The Oakland Raiders win again and now have the second best record in the AFC. So is it time to start talking about the Raiders as Super Bowl contenders? What's going on, y'all? Five Sports out back at it with another video talking about the Oakland Raiders. And who saw this coming? I'm talking about I picked the Oakland Raiders to win the AFC West before the year started, and even I am shocked at how good this Raiders team has been looking so far. Having just beaten the Denver Broncos, the Raiders are now atop the AFC West, and I'm ready to talk about if the Raiders are a potential Super Bowl contender, not just a division winner, because clearly they've shown us they are that. But I'm talking about if the Raiders can take that next step and actually contend for a Super Bowl as quick as this year. So with that being said, I really want to talk about this Raider offense first and foremost. Derek Carr and this offense is elite. I'm talking about just the numbers here: third in total yards, fourth in passing yards, sixth in rushing, fourth in points. Derek Carr has been playing like a man possessed. He's been playing like an MVP. I think he's arguably a top 10 quarterback, playing like a top 5 quarterback, and he's been nothing but short of stellar this season. So Derek Carr has the offense humming. They've got two stud wideouts in Amari Cooper in particular, who's been excellent this year and has taken that next step, and then of course Michael Crabtree as well. Latavius Murray has had some up and downs this year, but he's really been picking it up lately. So they do have a committee behind him, but Latavius Murray's still the workhorse there. On the defensive side of the ball, they've been pretty bad for most of the year, but I feel like this Oakland Raider defense is going to start coming around. Khalil Mack has been looking better. That secondary has been looking a little bit better. So I feel like once those pieces come together, it will be even better for the Raiders, and they will look even better than they are now, if that is even possible. Another thing, the two losses the Raiders had this year against the Chiefs and the Falcons. So you're talking about two playoff caliber teams that they lost to. So every other game that they were supposed to win, they won. That shows me a mark of a winning team. Now their schedule coming up is kind of tough, but listen, you look in the AFC, I mean, outside of New England, can you really make a case for anybody else as a surefire contender? Pittsburgh has been looking up and down this year. Other teams, Kansas City and Denver, might cancel each other out in the Raiders' own division, so they might not have to play both those teams. And really, New England, like I said, is the only threat. So for me, I feel like by default, the Raiders should be a Super Bowl contender because they have the opportunity to get to the championship game in the AFC. And then if, somehow they knock off New England, if that is the team they face, then they get to the Super Bowl. So to me, by virtue of default and the weakness in the AFC, I think the Raiders are a Super Bowl contender, yes.